The things I hate about Minecraft 1.21. That's right, light it on fire. I thought this was very ominous with the moon in the background. This has become a tradition on my channel. Every update, I cover the things that I feel like Mojang could have done a little bit better, in my opinion. Things that I feel like missed opportunities, features I just absolutely dislike, things they added to the game or changed to the game that I don't agree with. In the past, I used to break this up into two videos, things I hate, things I love, in two different places. But this one, I'm just gonna follow the hate with a little bit of love. I do love Minecraft. I'm not just a hater. So at the end of the video, I'm gonna go through a few of my favorite features too. Let's get started with the hate. The first thing on my list of hateful things is doors, actually. And you might be thinking, Chad, you hate doors? No, I hate this door specifically. The copper door. Copper door was added into 1.21. Just like all the other copper blocks, they can oxidize, and you can scrape the oxidation off with an axe. Inside of the trial chambers here, this is where they spawn in naturally. When they spawn in naturally, they have like a layer of wax on them already. It's kind of cool. That's the white particles, and then you can see you can scrape off the oxidation after you scrape off the wax to get it back to pristine condition. Here's my issue, is that this feels like the laziest addition out of all of the additions. Okay, we got some really cool redstone additions. In fact, some of the redstone stuff is on my love list, but they just put these doors in, they threw the texture on. I appreciate that you can scrape the oxidation on, but that is it. I feel like there's a huge missed opportunity because this is a door with 4 types of variation. That is a huge thing. And I'm thinking, okay, you got a nice clean copper door. Okay, maybe it sounds like how it sounds right now. I'm gonna turn up my volume. Right, this is a typical ching, 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 ching. Okay, over here, sounds exactly the same. How cool would it be if this oxidized door made a big old clunk when it opened? Because it's oxidized, or maybe a rusty screech as it opens. This door has been changed with time. Why does it not sound any different than a plain old door? Also, you could do some really cool things with redstone, like maybe if it's an oxidized door, it could react differently to a different type of redstone signal. That would be neat. With the trial chambers, there's these new trial keys. So I was thinking keys and doors, and that kind of looks like a keyhole. Maybe this would be the first lockable door. And then on top of all of that, there's another huge missed opportunity, which is that when it comes to doors, there are 2 types of doors. There are wooden door variants, and then there is the iron door. The iron door is unique in that it cannot be broken down by zombies. All of the other, and this wooden door is just like, it's representing all the different textures of a wooden door. The iron door can only be activated through redstone, where the wooden door can be opened by the player. The iron door, like I mentioned about the zombies thing. Well, we have this door that's kinda in the middle. It is made out of metal. It is definitely made out of metal. Copper is a type of metal, but it acts exactly how a wooden door does. In fact, this is basically just a texture reskin of the wooden door with a sound change to it, because zombies can still break down the copper door. Why not make this door unique and have it not being able to be broken down by zombies? It's made out of metal! They had the opportunity when adding a whole new door with, especially it already had special behaviors with being able to be oxidized. Why not add another few special behaviors and make the copper door something unique? Missed opportunity. Moving on with the hate train, we're talking about bonk the heavy core. My first frustration with it is that it cannot be placed down the same way you can place down a skull. This is completely petty. and probably not where I should be starting my frustration with the heavy core. But I love how you can like place skulls in little thingies, and the heavy core is like it is north, south, east, west, baby. My frustrations do run deeper than that, though. The heavy core is honestly a little bit of a problem with the mace, but really it comes down to the heavy core, because the heavy core is the hardest part of that recipe to obtain. And don't get me wrong, I love epic rarity items in Minecraft. We're just floating through a trial chamber here because I don't know what else to show you. Having something that you went on an adventure with and came back with and you can be proud of. Okay, I love that. Love that. Not harping on that. But my problem is that the whole experience seems very, very, very tailored to multiplayer, and it's a little bit of a bummer to do it in single player. In fact, the grind may be so difficult to do in single player that you really need to be super beefed up. It just seems like it'd be a much later game thing than when it's kind of designed to be a more mid-game thing. Players who watch me will know that actually getting all of the materials, even just to start getting the mace, is difficult. You need to have your Bad Omen bottles. Then you need, once you have done that, so like I'm fighting around, I'm just kind of acting like, oh look, I got my trial key. Okay, let's go over here to a vault. Hopefully it will, oh, it did. Hooray. Okay, well now that we have our Bad Omen, we can go to more spawners, more trial spawners, and instead of just doing normal trial spawners, we'll do ominous trial spawners. Those are hard to fight through. Drink an ominous bottle. Aha, we have an ominous spawner and a whole bunch of slimes. This is gonna be great. I decided, you know, if we're fighting one slime spawner, why not fight 3 of them? This is honestly amazing. I love the slimes. This is the best way to farm slimes I've ever seen. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I dropped through the floor and there's slimes everywhere. Oh my gosh, this moss. A potato. Great. Another potato. Great. The other two gave me steak. Here they are. So yeah, as you can see, that took me a while to do. And I still didn't even get the ominous trial keys that I needed. If you were in survival, you'd hope that one of those had popped out an ominous trial key. Then you would take that to an ominous vault, stick it in there, and get your loot and hope for the heavy core. Now, that, as a single player, very difficult to do. But if you're in a group, this whole gameplay loop becomes so much more fun because the spawners, the original trial spawners, will scale up if you have more players playing. That way they will output more loot, more chances for more keys. The loot just becomes easier, and as a group you're definitely going to get the heavy core much faster because every new player is like a multiplication, you know, exponentially better at getting more of this type of loot to eventually get a heavy core. Now, if you had gotten the heavy core and the mace as a group, well, you could share it, and it's a great item to share because it one-shots, like it can one-shot basically anything. You could use it in a farm. Now, if you're in a group and you want to like share it with like one friend, that's just like a recipe for disaster because it is like an atom bomb. Like it can just like, you will just take out, you can one-hit a character so easily. It is definitely like the biggest meme weapon. You can one-shot anyone if you land the hit. So you like, if you're in a group, you really have to trust the person you hand it to, or the person you hand it to could be an absolute troublemaker. So to recap, it's epic rarity, the heavy core's epic rarity. I like the epic cores, that kind of the gameplay loop of being more for multiplayer only instead of single player. The grind is just so hard on single player. I don't really like that. And finally, the last criticism that I have with the heavy core and the mace is that if you're in that group, you know, setting, kind of wish there was some way to duplicate the thing. I wish that there was a way to get another heavy core. So it'd be really neat, even if it was super duper expensive, like maybe it cost a netherite block to make. but still you could duplicate it, that would be really neat. I think that would help out the gameplay aspect of it being something that you do with your friends, and you know, getting it together with your mates is better if you could, once you get it back home, duplicate it. And even if that duplication was some type of difficult duplication, I think it'd be nice if you could make a copy of it. Moving on, we're done talking about the heavy core, and we're talking about the next thing I hate. The last thing on my hate list, the breeze. This mob, not a fan, okay? Mostly, I get it. I get it in context of where it is, but honestly, what makes me the most upset about the breeze is just how weak the thing is. It is a nuisance only. It doesn't cause like any damage at all. I swear, feather falling. If I enchant it here, let's go through this process. I'm taking some hearts, right? I'm at 2 hearts. Okay. Enchant, feather fallen, 4. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and eat. Let's see. Does this help me survive after I do feather falling? Is feather falling the ultimate hack against the breezes? I'm still gaining my hearts back from the eating of the food, but I think it's stabilized me. I don't think I'm taking nearly as much damage these breezes as before. Well, this is a bad example because I keep eating. Anyway, I hate how weak they are. They're just the weakest little mobs that ever did exist. They pack no punch at all. There's like 18 of them, like fighting me, and I'm barely taking any hearts. That's really my only issue with the breeze, is that they really do not have any attack at all. I don't really know how to fix this, because I actually do like how they are implemented in the trial chambers where you fight them. The annoyance that they cause is fun there, and then the danger is from the other spawners, not really necessarily from the breezes. But almost maybe if like there weren't any bad mobs around, maybe they'd like get angry and like they turn into an uber breeze. You know, maybe they'd it's almost like a charged creeper. They're a charged breeze if they're the only mob around. If there's no type of like actual attack mob around, maybe they could become upgraded or something. Because without any type of attack, they are the weakest, saddest little wind puffy mobs that ever exist. Okay, y'all, I don't like to just be a naysayer, a hater. I like to end with some love and some positiveness. So let's go through a list of some of the things that I love about the Minecraft 1.21 update, and starting off with just the trial chambers in general. This whole structure, the whole idea of the structure, the fact that it really is another adventure to go on inside of Minecraft, and I really think they thought through the gameplay of it really well. I love the different rooms. I love the spawners. I love the loot. I love that if you are on a multiplayer situation, that this is something that can be done over and over again. So just in general, the way the concept of the trial chambers came together as a gameplay element of Minecraft, I really like. And so that's kind of that. Moving on, we're going to talk a bit about Redstone. I really like what they did with Redstone, especially with 2 new additions to the game. The crafter, auto crafting in Minecraft, absolutely insane. I have many videos about the crafter if you want a more detailed explanation, but I think this was implemented quite well into the game. Use of hoppers, the way that the crafter's behavior works, very good. And then next, the copper bulb is an addition I didn't realize that I wanted, and I didn't realize that I needed. A toggleable light source is really cool. I think it opens up a lot of, I know for a fact it already has opened up an absolute ton of redstone logic, redstone wiring. The ability to have this redstone block is super duper cool. Love that. And finally, on my favorites list is a few of the beautifications to the game. I absolutely love the new tough brick blocks. They have chiseled variants. They have the stairs and the slabs, and this is just a really sweet texture to work with. Absolutely love that. And then also that there are new paintings. Here's just a selection of a few of them, some of the bigger, more impressive ones, which are really, really cool. And so I really love the new paintings. I got the big ones and then the one little small one. Love all of those additions to the game. And that really wraps up my list of things I hate, things I love. Sound off in the comments. Let me know your opinion. Do you hate my opinion? Just let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in a future video, probably in 1.22. Until then, bye!